In the fight against money laundering, terrorist financing, bribery, and corruption, Geographic Risk Assessment helps you stay on top of new AML rules and regulations. IBM Geographic Risk Insight is a solution used by over 70 financial institutions around the world. Backed by a well-documented and validated methodology developed by the compliance experts at Promontory Financial Group, an IBM company, GRI uses 18 authoritative sources, updated regularly, and supplemented by subscribers in the US, Europe, Asia, and Africa, as well as Promontory consultants and regulators and officials in law enforcement agencies. Here's how it works. Henry, the head of AML for a large financial services company, was notified that IBM published a new version of the ratings. He wants to review the changes and discuss them with his stakeholders before implementing them in their AML compliance program. On the GRI dashboard, Henry finds a heat map and the current ratings, a downloadable spreadsheet of the ratings, and downloadable versions of the methodology and release notes, which detail the changes in scoring since the last ratings update 4 months ago. Reviewing the release notes, he finds information detailing which countries have a changed risk rating, as well as scoring changes by both indicator and country. Knowing his stakeholders will be particularly interested in the countries with changed risk ratings, he pulls up the scorecard, which includes all the indicators used by GRI to risk rate the country, the data collected, and the associated score. With an easy-to-understand model, Henry easily recreates the risk score by adding up the points in the risk column. He decides to generate a PDF version of the scorecard for both the current version and the previous version of the ratings for comparison to take to his meeting with his business lines, and is ready to retrieve the report at any time, helping him to respond to internal audit and third-party examinations. Henry can also produce the ratings from a bribery and corruption perspective when needed. As he reviews the ratings, Henry wonders how they've changed since a year ago. While the release notes detail the changes since the last version, he uses the Compare Versions feature to see any two versions of the ratings side by side and decides to produce a spreadsheet report of these changes for his meeting. What used to take Henry weeks to prepare now just takes minutes. Improve your KYC, transaction monitoring, and risk assessment programs with accurate country risk ratings with Geographic Risk Insight.